Kibwana, he did a very good job in the county government of Makueni, a living example of humility combined with excellence. Makueni alifanya kazi na sasa tunataka kumsikiza ili atueleze. Tumesema palipo wazee haparibiki. Asanteni.
People's Liberation Party. Mimi nina furaha sana kufika hapa leo kwa sababu Martha Karua aliniuliza nije katika kuona chama cha NARC Kenya kikipata sura mpya ya PLP. Nimetoka mbali na Martha Karua kwa sababu sisi wote wawili tulikuwa shule pamoja ya kisheria, mmoja akisimama na mwingine akikaa chini. Kwa hivyo Martha akiniomba nifanye jambo huwa mwepesi kwa kubali. Na vile vile tulipoanza NARC Kenya nilikuwa kutumia lugha ya Wamunyoro shareholder. Nilikuwa founder of NARC Kenya. Kwa hivyo nikaona kwamba leo mpaka pia nifike. Alafu mimi ninapenda sana People's Liberation. Mahali kuna hayo maneno mawili huwa mimi lazima ni hudhurie. Na kwa kweli najua kwa sababu tumefanya kazi kwa muda mrefu na Martha. Nimejua kwamba Wakenya wako katika roho yake. Na akiuliza tufanye jambo, ninajua kwamba hatuwezi kupotea njia. Hapa nimeona viongozi wengi na wana talents nyingi, na nimeona kwamba kuna nia ya kuleta hizo talents pamoja. Na kwa kweli tulipoona Gen Z wakisimama ndio wakomboe Kenya, they sacrificed their lives for a purpose. So even our viongozi wako hapa na kuna wengine wako hapa, ninajua kwamba if the young people could sacrifice their lives for Kenya, each one of you and maybe others who are not here want to be presidents, you will do a small sacrifice of sacrificing your presidential ambitions so that the country can go forward. Kwa sababu hicho kiti cha president kinaweza kukaliwa na mtu mmoja, hakiwezi kukaliwa na watu wawili. And even when one person is the president 2027 going forward, what I think is needed in this country is group leadership, so that a president is just a person who is before, the others. Lakini sio yeye kila kitu jinsi tumeona. Alafu nikimalizia nataka niseme huyu Kasongo ni mgumu, na he is good at last mile politics. Kwa hivyo huyu ni mtu wa kupangiwa vilivyo. Watu wakifikiri ni mteremko, ana mbinu nyingi. Kwa hivyo ndio tusiseme tunafurahi, hiyo sio enough. Kazi itafanywa, inatakikana ifanywe. Na nimeona kwamba kuna new political capital of Kenya, mahali kunaitwa Wamunyoro, na ninaona kwamba tutaendelea kwa sababu ukiona watu kama akina Mukisa, mtu ameenda inji zote za ulimwengu, ana marafiki wengi huko, anaweza to get a door finished. Hata ndugu yangu Kalonzo, isipokuwa kuna wakati tunakuwa na shida kidogo, ana capacity ya kuwa he has not been mentioned with corruption. Kwa hivyo hapo kuna jambo. Huyu mzee, that's a tough nut. Huyu ni mtoto wa maumau, so a lot is expected from you. Na wote tunaweza kuendelea. Kwa hivyo ndio nisitumie wakati mwingi. What I really want to say is it must be a true people's liberation. kwa sababu we don't want to replace Kasongo na Kasongo mwingine, si ndio? We don't want to replace Kasongo na Kasongo mwingine. And the young people, we don't want them to be in party wings. We want them to be an integral part of our politics, because you here are people to hand over power to these young people, these Gen Zs, so that tuna kizazi kipya. Kwa hivyo nafurahi kwa sababu nimeona dalili kwa umbali ya muungano wa wazalendo, tuseme MUA. Asanteni.
Asante sana His Excellency Kivutha Kibwana. Ningependa kumkaribisha Honorable Dr. Muhisa Kitui ili aweze kuzungumza nasi. Asante.
Mwenyeji wetu na tena mgeni wa heshima siku ya leo, rafiki yangu wa miongo mingi sana, Martha Karua, waheshimiwa viongozi vinara wa vyama mbalimbali, wazalendo wa Kenya, hamjambo. Mimi kwanza ni fahari yangu kusema wakati tunazindua mlongo mpya wa chama cha PLP, nilikuwa mwanzilishi party leader wa NAK Kenya. And the DNA of NAK Kenya as a party that is responsive to youth vibes, to new thinking, remains to inform my thinking about this country. Sitasema mengi sana kihistoria, na mimi nilihusika na harakati za ukombozi wa pili. Every liberation movement reaches an inflection point when the decisions of leaders are critical in deciding whether it is going to collapse or it's going to succeed. The best example we have is 1991. Kenyans were united in believing that Moi was to go home. You did not need to tell them any other reason why Moi had to go home. They knew he had to go. The problem was everybody wanted to become the new Moi. If you remember 1992 elections, because of a critical mistake we made in 1990-91, Moi remained president after winning 34% of the popular vote. We are approaching a similar inflection point. Across this country, you don't need to say very much to convince people that Ruto is a terrible disaster to this country. It doesn't take much intellectual effort to show that he's a bad hypocrite, that he's bringing shame to us by hosting Janjaweed, terrorists who are killing black people in Western Sudan because of pieces of gold. You don't need very much to show that a person who keeps praising his intellectual credentials and does not show any evidence of exposure to education in his utterances in public does not do scholarship justice. But you know, the problem for Kenya right now is how can we use this moment of the relaunch of PLP as an opportunity to get every one of us to say, I have partisan interests to grow my party. I have personal political ambitions to move forward. But I have greater ambition to be part of national solution that Kenya must be liberated from the yoke of Ruto more urgently than my personal desire for political office. If we can take that as our main message going forward, the dividends are very, very close to us. 1991 we had a problem. We did not have a Martha to bring us together and say our goal is larger than our personal ambition. But imagine if this had happened 2 years ago, no boys would have been picked from their homes in Kondele and their bodies found slaughtered by guns. No youth would have been shot on the streets of Nairobi and became statistics in mortuaries with impunity. Just what Rai will not have been abducted and be told, you withdraw this case or I'm going to kill you or expel you. Today, the blood of Gen Z, the fate of investors, the aspirations of a nation call upon us to be genuine in our determination, take shame off our nation, return humility to leadership, and find a higher calling that national liberation is more important than your personal political ambition. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Dr. Muhisa Kitui. I would now like to invite Senator Richard Onyonka to come and address. He's done a very good job to inject. So tukaribishe Senator. Thank you.
Asante sana. For the guests who are here, I come here first because I was invited by Her Excellency Martha Karua, somebody that I've known for many years, and this is a wonderful idea. The branding is good. I hope the message will get to the people. I am representing a gentleman who's not here with us, and his name is Fred Matiang'i. He sent me to come and tell his colleagues, Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, Honorable Martha Karua, Honorable Eugene Wamalwa, my brother and my friend, Honorable Morara Kebaso, Honorable all the people and the teams that are here, I want to say thank you. Wanjigi, oh God, you are a serious Kenyan. We are very, very proud of you. I want to say 2 words. We have a country where our budget now is 4 trillion. Parliament serves the executive. 90% of the members of parliament and senators have been bought. In that process, you have this 4 trillion budget, which is supposed to give our people health services, it's dead. You have the education system on its knees. Why? Because university funding money does not get to the people who are vulnerable. You have a government that is actually doing something called affordable housing, but in the universities, all our students live in the slums. Instead of the government building where these kids stay because they pay, the government is building houses where the president and his friends are sharing the loot. How are they sharing the loot? They supply the cement. First of all, they take public land, they supply the cement, they supply chumas, they supply kokoto, they supply mchanga among their friends. They have said they were building 200,000 houses. The Auditor General says we've only done 5,000. The rest, they don't know where they are. You have a country that as we speak today, you don't know where the port of Mombasa, who owns it? Wanjigi, you don't know who owns Lamu Port. What happened to Vision 2030 and Kansas City? Billions and billions of Kenyan shillings dumped over there. Nothing has happened. Then of course Morara has always come out with the roads, how there is nothing, how they take the money and share it amongst themselves. Teachers are not being paid because they are examining exams from 2 years ago. And then you have our Kengen, you have Ketraco, you have Diathermo, all of these state corporations. If I ask Eugene Wamalwa today, Your Excellency, do you know now who the ownership, the partnership of these government institutions are? Would you tell me? Absolutely not. All our universities land, whether it is the University of Nairobi, whether it's Kenyatta, whether it is Moi University Eldoret, is being allocated, shared amongst the people in government today. The houses where university lecturers have been staying around here, including across the street, they have already transferred the titles, and I'm informed that some of those are being given to commercial banks so that they can borrow money against them, so that if the government comes later to claim for those properties, they'll find that they're already on second or third encumbrance. Then you have a matter where if you're a country that you are not willing to accept criticism, you are a president and you think that you are going to take people like me, you are taking young Kenyans and you're killing them. And right now, some of them are being killed in a stadium in one of the Western Province county governments. That is the information I got last night. They are taken there at 2 o'clock in the morning, and the bodies are picked at 7 in the morning in trucks. What have we become? What state are we? Honorable Gachagua, you talk about how they may want to kill you. All of us can be killed. Please, if they kill me, come for my funeral, because I'm not going to stop talking about these things. I will not. And if they offer the money, I will not take it. I will not. It has reached a country where all of us now must begin to interrogate ourselves and ask ourselves, lest we forget, like I heard my brother talk about, lest we forget every single thing that is going to happen to any of us can happen to any of you out there. So finally, I want to tell the leaders on this table, Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, don't be like these people. If you become president, Rigiji, don't be like these people. Honorable Eugene, the country needs you. So don't come and take over power and start sharing the loot and behaving as if this country doesn't need support. We are mistreating our most vulnerable people very unfairly. We take their money, we misuse it. We don't take money to schools for capitation. We leave children becoming like beggars. Young people in this country are being promised to be given jobs out of the country. Hell no, there are no jobs out there. Trump is saying go back to your countries. And then we are busy looking at ourselves as if there's no problem in our country. There is a problem. It needs people of dignity, people of integrity to stand firm so that we can change this country, so that tomorrow we live a country that everybody can be proud of. Honorable Fred Matiang'i is finishing his work in the next 1 month. He will be here to join you. He wishes all of you the best. He hopes you will give him an opportunity to serve as president. But if he doesn't become president, he is willing to work with you and support whoever that this group will pick as a presidential candidate. Thank you so much, and God bless you. And finally, I want to say this, Rigiji and the team, come to Kisii. We are waiting for you. PLP! 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 Kiboko yao. God bless you all.
Asante sana, that was quite deep. So I hope mumeweza kufikiria maneno haya yamesemwa. I would